Yes, these people rather be dwellers of darkness. They chose to escape the light. The reason why they prefer darkness is because you can do whatever you want in the dark as long as no one sees you. You're out there lurking in darkness, and yet you send someone to spy on me. Now that's interesting. I must say, that's pretty interesting. If you want to know what's going on over here, it'd be much easier to come back home. That's all you have to do. Stay at your place. You'd rather be someplace safe or lost forever. You're chasing a dream that doesn't exist. Now, you think I want you to tell me who you think I am? That doesn't make sense. I want to talk about familiar spirits. When I was a little kid, we lived in a really rough neighborhood. And one night, this guy was standing in the middle of the street, but he was directly in front of my house. And another guy walks up to him. He pulls a pistol out the back of his pants, and he just shoots the other guy right in the head, right in front of me. I was like 9 years old at the time. I'd never seen someone get killed before. I've seen dead people before, but that was the first time I ever seen someone get killed right in front of me. I'll never forget it. He shot him right through the forehead. He took off running down the street. This was a really bad neighborhood. My mom decides it's time to move, right? So she met this woman. Her name was Sophia, and my mom met up with Sophia and her husband Gilbert. They came to our house. They had some new property that they just bought, and they wanted to rent their old property out to us, right? They were looking to rent out their old property, and it sounded perfect for my mom because she wanted to get out of this rough neighborhood, which is totally understandable. So, boom, the deal was made. She's going to give my mom the key to her house. They're going to pack their things. They're still living in the house. They're going to pack their things and they're going to leave. And once they finish doing that, then it'll be okay for us to move in. So that's what happened. My mom, she signed the deal with them. And then about 2 weeks later, Sophia's husband Gilbert died inside of the house that they were about to rent out to us. He literally died inside of the house. So things got complicated when that happened. Because we're getting ready to move in this place. My mom had to decide whether she should just go somewhere else or just continue on with the deal that she basically already signed anyway with these people. That was just unfortunate and coincidence, you know. It was an unfortunate coincidence that Gilbert actually died inside of the house before we could even move in. So I think he had like a heart attack or something. I don't remember exactly how he died. I was only a kid, you know what I'm saying? Um, but all I knew was when I heard about this, him dying. I remember meeting the guy. I heard about him dying inside of the house. I was scared to move in there. I was telling my mom, I don't want to go there. I don't want to live it. I just saw someone die right in front of me already. And now I'm going to go live in a house where a guy that I had just met is now dead too. And he's died inside of the house that we're about to live in. Yo, I don't want to live there. That doesn't sound like a good idea to me. Now, keep in mind, we don't come from a Christian family. You know what I'm saying? We did, but like my mom, she wasn't like a Christian, man. She was actually an alcoholic, okay? She, she didn't care about, she wasn't teaching us about God or anything like that. But, you know what I mean? Even back then, spiritually, I had some sense about me, even about certain things. Like, yo, like, I don't want to live there. That just did not sound like a good idea to me, man. And, but basically, my mom had already signed a contract with them. And she already had the keys, so, and she really wants to get out of this neighborhood because people kept getting hurt. You know, I would see people get hurt all the time right in front of me, but that was the first time I seen someone get shot like that right in front of me. That was the first time. So, anyway, so we moved inside of the house, right? Now, in my room, my mom decided to move in anyway. So, I remember when we moved in, the day we moved in, I was scared of this house. The day we moved in, the very first day, I was scared to be in there. I did not want to be there. In my room, inside of the closet, for some reason, there was stuff still there, but it was only in my room, inside of the closet. It was like a box with like, it was like a gold urn, like old pictures. It was just like all kind of stuff inside of this box. I had a really eerie feeling about it. It was like a religious text. Like these people were Catholics. The murals that they had inside of this box, these people were definitely Catholics. Miss Sophia and her husband, I guess, and their children. I gave it the box to my mom. I'm like, do something with it. You know, I don't want it in my room. And I remember the window in his room wouldn't open. It was like stuck for no reason. But it was a really old window. It was like it is one of those really heavy window panes. You know what you like as soon as you let the latch down, the whole thing would just slam down real hard. You have to actually hold it. It was one of those type of windows. It was real heavy. Like this thing would break your fingers if it fall on your fingers. It was one of those type of windows. So we couldn't get it to open. It was hot in there, man. It was real hot in there. I remember that day. I looked inside of the closet, man. There was like a tunnel, like off to the left side of my closet, and it go all through the house. I could go anywhere in the house. There was a tunnel, a hidden path inside of the house, man. That started from my room. I never told my mom about it. If my mom was still alive to this day, my mom never knew about that tunnel inside of my room, man. Never told her about it. My sisters knew about it, but my mom did not. I didn't tell her. And they didn't tell her either. I told her, they promised me they'll keep it a secret, and they did. At least they did that. But I was wondering, I remember I was wondering, why is this tunnel here? Why is there like a pathway inside of the closet in my room? And the window won't open. I'm already thinking something is very unusual about this place. I could just feel it the very first day. Um, so this is when my mom started getting really weird, man. She started doing stuff that she didn't used to do before. Because despite the fact that we seen all this death in the neighborhood that we were living in, and some of these people were people that we actually knew, my mom never did something like this before. She went in the store, she went and bought a Ouija board. And she decided one night, I remember one night, me and my sisters, we come in the house, we were out all day playing with our friends. We come in the house and our mom is sitting at the table in the dark, man. Candles lit, she's playing with this Ouija board. And I remember immediately, I was ready to go because I already did not like this place. I wanted to leave the very first day. And when I seen my mom doing that, I knew that I just knew this is a very bad idea. This isn't smart at all. She shouldn't be doing this. My sisters, I think they thought it was cool. But me, I didn't like it. I did not like it. I felt like something bad was going to happen, and things did start to happen afterwards. Because when my mom did this, this is when we started seeing spirits in the house. Like immediately, right after this, man. Like now me, from my experience, I didn't say nothing though. I pretended like I didn't see anything because I didn't want my mom to yell at me and put me on punishment, even though I didn't do anything wrong. But after that night when she played with that Ouija board, I started seeing a spirit of like a little boy sitting on top of the refrigerator, and he was looking at me. He knew I could see him. He knew I could see him. And he would be just sitting on top of the fridge, kicking his feet every night, man. He started showing up every night. I would always see him. And he scared me. I didn't like him. He would never talk to me. He would look at he would know that I see him. It's like he wanted me to be scared all the time, wondering when he's going to attack me. And then one night, he eventually did attack me. He attacked me in my sleep. He hit me in my arm. Yo, it felt like I don't know if he bit me or what. It was like a really sharp pain, like a piercing pain in my arm, like something was biting me. And I had woke up, and I didn't see nothing, but I know it was him. I felt like it was him because I kept seeing him every night. And I wouldn't say nothing about it. I wouldn't say nothing about it to my sisters. I wouldn't say nothing about it to my mom or my stepdad. I kept it a secret. I acted like I didn't see anything. So sorry, my thoughts started drifting. So I acted like I didn't see anything. Now, this is when my sisters started to see things. They didn't see what I saw, but they eventually started to see things too. And they started. My younger sister She woke up. She was in the bed one night. She woke up one night screaming really loud. Uh, and she said she saw someone standing in the corner. She said she saw like it was like someone standing in the corner. I can't remember how she described the person, but she said it was someone standing in the corner of the room. She could see him. And my mom didn't believe her. Did see, and automatically my mom said she was lying, go back to bed, things like that. But I believed her because I was seeing stuff. But see, I was smart. I didn't tell my mother nothing. I acted like I didn't see anything because I didn't want her to treat me the way she just treated my sister. I already knew that would happen. Even though I was only 10 years old, I was smart, yo. I was a smart kid. So anyway, that happened. And then my older sister, one night, she was just sitting down on the sofa in the living room. And she was just sitting down in the living room by herself, sitting on the sofa. And then she said she saw a woman sit down on the sofa right next to her. She said it was a woman wearing green pants and an orange t-shirt. And she just sat down right next to her. And she said she just appeared out of nowhere and sat down right next to her. And she started screaming because she literally appeared from out of nowhere. Anybody would scream if something like that happened. You know what my mom did? My mom told her to calm down. My sister is about to have a stroke, man. I mean, she was panicking so bad. I'll never forget it. She was about to hurt. Like, yo, it was hard to get her to calm down. I remember seeing how she was. Now, I didn't see none of these things that they were seeing. But I believed them. I believed them. Because of what I was seeing. I was seeing something different from what they saw. But I was seeing things too. I just didn't tell them. I didn't even tell my sisters. I didn't tell nobody. But so yeah, she like, bro, my mom had a hard time getting her to chill out. She was screaming and crying all night. So this stuff started happening all the time. Then my stepdad, he went to bed one night and he just started talking in his sleep. He ain't never do that before. He is the most quietest sleeper you will ever meet. I mean, the guy doesn't even move. He doesn't toss and turn or anything. He's always so relaxed when he goes to sleep, man. He always looks peaceful, man. He'll make you jealous of how peaceful he sleeps because you want to sleep like that too. He was that type of dude. And this night, he just started talking in his sleep. He was speaking Latin. He was saying, and now this is what my mom was telling us, because now she's starting to witness things too. But she was making my sisters look like they were crazy. But now she's starting to see things that she doesn't understand. She said he was laying in the bed asleep. He started speaking Latin. And then he told her that it's better to be dead than alive. And then he just went back to sleep like nothing happened. Like, I was like, I didn't know what to think. I just wanted to leave this place, man. My mom opened the gateway to a bunch of spirits, man. She let a lot of spirits into this place, man. This boy that I saw on top of that fridge that night had haunted me for many, many years afterwards, all the way up until recently, actually, about 2 or 3 years ago. He's been attached to me for all this time because of what my mother did when she opened that gateway. She started playing with that Ouija board, and yo, she was doing it every night. She was doing it every night, bro. My allergies starts getting real bad. My eyes get itchy and red. Like I start sneezing a lot. I know I'm gonna start sneezing in a few minutes. Y'all gotta excuse me. I'm allergic to all this pollen, but I'm obsessed with nature though. I love to be outside in nature. I'm not someone, I can't sit in the house all day. It's just not in me. I'm an old man, but I'm not. I got some youth in me. So anyway, like I said, man, my mom, when she started inviting those spirits into our house, man, a familiar spirit latched on to me. He was one of the many demons that was attached to me. And I witnessed him get killed by an angel. He finally got killed, assassinated by an angel one night. This is about 3 years ago. He finally got killed. He started from a little boy to a grown, like bro, he started aging with me. This is how deceptive the devil is. This is how deceptive the devil is, man. This shadow figure. He always looked like a shadow. He never had no color to him, just a shadow. He appeared to me as an adult man, even as I'm an adult. And I watched an angel kill him, finally kill him, man, because he was promising me things. He was making me think that he would help me get the things that I need and I want in life. He wanted me to think he was there to help me, but he was a dweller of darkness. He was literally creeped in the shadows, man. He went behind God's back. I told you, this is what they do. They go behind the Most High's back and act like they're his friends. But the reality is these things should never be trusted. They're creatures. They're not even human. They should never be trusted. They're despicable beasts. Even witches and warlocks are considered creatures, man. They're not humans, bro. They look human, but they're not. Mermaids look human, but they're not. They're called sirens. That's what people used to call them. They started calling them mermaids in mythology, and people started getting confused about the two. They thought they were two different things. No, a mermaid is a siren. And I already told you guys before, a siren is a sea creature. He is a demon. They are dwellers of darkness. They come from the bottom of the ocean, bro. They come from the marine kingdom. That is hell. It's hell. They refer to him as Leviathan, the king of the sea. These are dwellers of darkness, man. I have seen them. I've seen them before. I've seen Leviathan twice, actually. I'm telling you, bro, there are things people have no idea about me, bro. I be seeing things that I can't tell people because they don't believe me. But I know these things are real. They'll tell me that they know these things are real too, but they don't believe me when I tell them that I actually can see these things sometimes. These things that people don't see. People do not see these things, but for some reason I do. These are things I don't want to see, but I do. Leviathan scares the crap out of me, bro. You think I want to see him again? No. That is a very foul beast. I've seen him twice, man. He tried to get me to go to the Marine Kingdom with him, man. He sent a familiar spirit after me. He was the reason why I did not know myself. And I'm witnesses that what was happening with me is now something that I'm witnessing happening to everyone else around me now. Most people that I know, even people I don't know. I'm witnessing this happening to them. Demonic possession. I would let this demon into me, man. I didn't know he was a demon. Even though he scared me. I didn't know what I was seeing. I thought I was just seeing things. I didn't really understand spiritual things, man. You understand what I'm saying? When we moved into that house, I was only 10 years old, man. I had just turned 10 years old. I was 9 years old when I watched a guy get killed right in front of me. And then right afterwards, we moved into a house where the guy that we just met had croaked in this place. And some of his stuff is still in my room, in my closet. That was nuts, man. That creeped me out a little bit too. And the day we moved out of that house, I had walked into my room. We were getting ready to leave. Before we left the house, I had looked in my room. That window that we could never get to open was wide open. Like, we was wondering who opened the window. Nobody knew who did it. It was just open. Nobody could get that window open, not even my stepdad. This guy is like 6'3", 200 pounds. He couldn't even get that window open. Like, I have nightmares about this house to this day, every now and then. It doesn't happen all the time, but even still, like that house, my mom invited a lot of spirits into that house, man. And one of those spirits attached her to me, and I think they attached to some of them, those spirits attached to my sisters. And they don't know it. My sisters are demonic, bro. And like I already admitted, I was even demonic. But I was forgiven by the Most High. I was forgiven. I was cleansed. And he gave me sight. I was able to see. Now I'm able to see these things that was transpiring with me clearly that I did not understand back then. But I understand them now. You have to learn from the experience. Most people have to learn the hard way. Some people become very fortunate after learning the hard way. Some people, they learn the hard way, but it's too late. They never get that chance to redeem themselves, man. Life is funny like that. This is why I tell people to stop playing with those tarot cards and those Ouija boards. This is why I tell them stuff like that. I know from experience, man, what can happen when you mess with those things. You don't want to mess around, bro. These demons, they are dwellers of darkness, man. What's done in the dark should come to light. Isn't this what they say? but you feel comfortable knowing that no one sees you. And yet I do. So you sent a spy after me. Yo, I can't make this up. I'm telling you, I can't even make this up. This is just how it really gets. When you're dealing with spiritual things, this is how it really gets. I'm not crazy. Why would you think that about me when I've already proven to you that hell is real? God is real. I've already proven it, man. I got nothing to prove to you, though. That why you think I don't worry about you? I don't got nothing to prove to you. You only got something to prove to yourself. You have to be able to prove your strength. You're either able to fight off your demons or you're weak. You're too weak. They will devour you whole. They don't love you. That's why I try to explain to you, man. You don't want to be friends with him, man. But you think you hate me. It doesn't make any sense. Y'all celebrating holidays that are of the devil. That Juneteenth stuff, listen, man, that demon is making a mockery out of you. It's not me who's mocking you. Don't misunderstand. I don't hate you. I'm warning you that what you're about to get something that you don't want.